think Forest are going to do this season, by the way, when we all start back up? Because are they 5th in the league now?
Well, I'm still the club I spent 12 years at, so I'm still a massive fan. I always will be, and I go and watch whenever I can. And now I'm at the game, I intend to go a lot more. The time I went to see him about five times or so this season.
Okay.
And speaking honestly, I think they're a little bit short, but you never know. They're in a position where they can, what can happen in the playoffs, and I think that's the aim, is playoffs and see what happens. But what worries me about that, if they do get promoted without a massive investment, that it could be like we was in a time in the 90s when we were up, sell our best players, down, up, sell our best players, down, and that's what worries me. That type of thing. I hope not, obviously, but
no, I always want to see Forest in the Premier League because they are one of the country's biggest clubs, and it's always nice to see the big clubs at the top, regardless of where they are in the league. Just the support and the noise and the legacy of Forest would be great, and especially if Leeds go up as well, it would be fantastic.
It would. I mean, in the 90s, in the Premier League, we were always a threat. Not many teams used to like to come to Forest and think that they were going to go away with easy points, because we're a good team and we're a good manager. So not only with Clough, but Frank Clark as well. So I just wish it could get back to just something like that. And, maybe a bit of luck in the playoffs and a kickstart, that might do it. I don't know.
You never know, mate. You never. Stranger things have happened in football, haven't they?
They have, yeah, they have. I mean, you only have to look at Bournemouth's story, don't you? They were, I think, a minute from going out of the league, and then so many years later, established in the Premier League. It can happen.
Brom did it once, didn't they, as well? West Brom escaped relegation on the last day. Yeah.
It can happen.
Hopefully it does. Obviously, because we've got a lot of Forest fans watching as well.
Yeah.
So when
brilliant fans, honestly, I'm not just saying that but the way that I'm welcomed when I go back there that's what makes me love. I want to go back there. I'll just love spending time with the fans. I love going out in the town and mixing and talking football, and I think that's how footballers should be. Really, I'm a massive believer that you have to be involved in a community when you're at a football club, which for the superstars now it's kind of impossible.
Yeah, because it does mean a lot to the community, doesn't it? Like I've been saying this to a lot of our guests. When a football team's doing well, the city has an uplift, doesn't it? Like whatever city it is, whether it's Liverpool or Newcastle or Manchester or Sheffield, when the team's doing well, the city has a positive energy about it, doesn't it? And Nottingham's the same.
It is. What I found when I was in the game, I was 32 years in the game without a break, lucky enough to go from playing straight into coaching. And only on the 2nd of January this year I've come out of the game, which I've actually struggled with, to be fair. But I was ready for the break. Doesn't make sense, but yeah, just mentally I've struggled with the not being in the routine, and a few personal things that happened in life. I struggle mentally, so I'm doing a lot of stuff for mental health at the moment. And we're going to be doing Kilimanjaro next year. We've got a group of ex-footballers that have been quite open speaking about mental health. So that's ongoing, which I'm really, really.
When you do anything, tag us in it on social media, and I'm sure our followers will support you with that.
Brilliant, yeah.
Cause, man. So make sure you tag Superstar Speakers in that. We'll support you with that, mate.
I will do, definitely. So, where was we before
that? Leaving the game, retiring from the game.
Yeah,
it is, and how good football and good footballers are part of the community. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? Like, speak about Manchester United and Nottingham Forest here, and to a certain extent, the other clubs I've been at, Fulham and Middlesbrough, and then a few loans in between, Stoke City. What I noticed about those 4 Premier League clubs that I was at is that, and I'm not so sure it happens so much now, is that it certainly happened when I walked through the door at Manchester United the first day when Mike Duxbury met. I didn't know the way to the cliff. And Mike Duxbury met me. I followed him in the car, made me feel welcome. And from walking through the door and being met by the manager instantly and shown around, and the cleaning ladies, the cooks, the kit man, that were the most important people at the football club.
Brilliant.
So that's what I mean about a community, and it was the same at Forest. There was a connection, not with just the team and the management, but all the way through the club. And I think that's why that is a big thing. Why you do get a lot of success. Do you know what? There's no better feeling than me walking in on a Monday morning, having won a game on a Saturday, and you've performed well, and the kit man comes up to you and he goes, "Well played Saturday, big fella." It's a great feeling. Do you know what I mean? And then I go, "Well, I wouldn't have played so well if you wouldn't have had my kit all laid out nice." And that's what I'm talking about. That they're the important things for me. And I always try to install it when I've been at a football club as a coach. I try and install them type of things.
You're absolutely right, because that way, from your manager to chairman, all the way down to the young lads that are cleaning the boots, everyone has that little bit more pride in their work, and it becomes the sum of all parts where everything gets bigger and better. That's good advice, not just for football, but for any business.
Any business. Everybody likes to be told that, well done. Everybody. I don't know anybody that doesn't like to be told well done.
I'm still waiting for my boss to tell me well done. Do you know what I mean? No.
I'll be your boss. Well done. Great interview.
Cheers, Mark. Thank you very much.
But yeah, you know, you can see where I'm coming from. Where and it's the basis of success. It really is.
Yeah, there's no secret, is there? There's just a lot of little things. There's no one big thing. It's a lot of getting a lot of little things right.
Good players that can handle a football, that helps as well.
Oh yeah.